one can secure the bag.
Get the bag, King Walker.
Let's go, 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 get some money, fuck they plan. I told her take this plan B and stop playing. I'm tired of buying jewelry, finna buy some land. They still trying to figure out who I am, who I be.
What up, though? What's cracking, Scorpio? I hope that all of my beautiful and my handsome Scorpios out there are doing well. Let's start off this reading with some messages through music, and then we're going to pull and see what else it is that you need to know. Messages from my Scorpios. What do they need to know? Ooh, okay. Messages for Scorpio. All right. So we got choked. So somebody wants to know, Scorpio, do you want to get choked? Okay. Do you like to get choked? Do you mind if I, kind of caress my hand around your throat here? All right. We got Drake. We got no new friends. So some of you are not interested in meeting new friends. You're not interested in meeting new people, period. You cool with your circle. And for some of y'all, if you like me, you're by yourself and you ain't even really interested in meeting nobody else. Dealing with people, period, here, okay? Then we got Usher, a good kisser. Now, I love this song, y'all. It took me a little minute to figure out what it was that Usher was talking about. He ain't talking about the lips on you. Well, he's talking about your lips on your face, but he ain't talking about your kissing, all right? This is somebody who's saying, Scorpio, you got a good head on your shoulders, okay? You know how to suck that thing real good. That's what they trying to say. So someone here can miss that, what you used to do to them, okay? Give them some top, okay? So let's see. So this is like sexual energy I'm picking up for some of you. You can be in this sexual energy. Maybe it's been a while since you done had some Scorpio, or you can just be reminiscing to a connection that you have with someone sexually here, okay? So let's pull. Let's see what it is that's going on. So somebody's saying, Scorpio, do you mind if I choke you? Can I put my hands around your neck just for a little while here? You know what I'm saying? And then we got Drake and no new friends. So let's see what it is that Scorpio needs to know. Shuffle through this just a little bit. All right, messages for my Scorpio. I saw that confusion card. We're going to see if it come out. Messages for Scorpio. What do they need to know? Who is in Scorpio's energy and what do they need to know? Okay, so we got a soul contract. So I feel like you have a particular soul contract with somebody. That means that this contract was written way before you came along, way before they was born, right? But with this card coming out in reverse, either some of you, this soul contract is about to be null and void, and it's because this person has not learned the lessons. All right, so it was like you and this person signed a contract, and it was like you was gonna come together, y'all was gonna have this experience, and then you was gonna separate like divide, But as you separate, there was supposed to be some lessons that you learned on your path during your time of separation, and while this person was separated from you, there were supposed to be some lessons on their path that they were supposed to learn. But for some of y'all, this person has yet to learn the lessons, or maybe you're having a hard time learning this lesson here, okay? We got ego. It could be because somebody here is full of pride and ego, and they let their pride and ego get in the way of this connection. So the reason why for some of you this soul contract is about to be null and void because this person has yet to learn the lessons, all right? And it's because they're full of pride and ego. Their ego has not been checked and they let their pride get in the way. So, maybe this person owes you an apology. Maybe they were supposed to take accountability about some things they said or did during this time before you had this separation. But because they full of pride and ego, baby, they have yet to do so here, okay? Tell us more. Messages for my Scorpios. I love you, Scorpio. All right, you can be dealing with a fire sign. It could be an Aries, Leo, or Sag, or someone who has fire placements in their chart. All right, so we have pets. So I feel like you do not have a pet. This card came out in reverse. So some of you guys, maybe you're wanting a pet here, but I'm feeling like you guys don't have any pets. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that has to do with anything, but maybe you're someone who does not have a pet here. Maybe there's something that you're wanting, but you don't have one. All right, tell us more. All right, habits, huh? So this could be someone who has a lot of bad habits, and they're unsure if they're ever going to change. For some of you, you don't feel like this person's going to change. Like these habits, these things that you know about this person, like they've been like this for a very long time. So I'm picking up the energy of this person being very stubborn, but it's the particular habits that they have. And because of these habits, you don't feel like they're ever going to change. Like this is someone that's going to continuously be that same person. A young fool going to turn into an old fool here, okay? All right, tell us more. Messages for my Scorpios. Tell us more. What is it that Scorpio needs to know? Then we're going to look at what was the lessons. What was this person supposed to learn? Okay, so we have reflection. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. So I feel like both of you guys have been reflecting on this situation, but you spending time away from them. Thank you for that confirmation. Because remember I said you and this person have been separated. Y'all came together to have a certain experience, right? You were supposed to learn certain lessons from this person. They were supposed to learn lessons from you, but they didn't, okay? Both of you guys, I feel like, have been reflecting. This is someone who often stays up at night thinking about this connection, but I feel like you've gained some type of clarity. And for some of you, maybe you're starting to feel like this person will never change. Like, however they are, they're going to stay the same because, hell, after so many years, shit, 5+ years, 2+ years, if your motherfucking ass ain't changed and made a slight change, chances are you probably not going to change here, okay? All right, tell us more, and I'm going to pull and see what lessons, what were they supposed to be learning? Give us a couple of more messages for my Scorpios. I love you, Scorpio. If anything has resonated, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I feel like there's a lot of sexual energy between you and them, but it's like shit, for some of y'all, this could be the problem. Like, they always come towards you with this sexual energy. They always, like, sex wasn't a problem with you and them, but it's like, shit, you more than good cootie cat, good dangling, you know? And that's a lesson I feel like you had to learn. Like, you could have been someone who often got involved with people who just wanted you for sex. That's all they wanted from you. They didn't want a commitment. They didn't want a relationship. They didn't want to settle down. It was like they basically took advantage of you and they used you for what you had, you know? And you had to reflect on that. That's why some of y'all are in this energy. You don't want no new friends. You don't want no new lovers. You cool with being by yourself. And being by yourself, I'm gonna tell you something. When you learn to really be happy and content by yourself, am I saying you always gonna be happy by yourself? No, Scorpio. Yes, it does get lonely. Yes, the fuck it does. But at the same time, when you learn that it's okay, because you're understanding that maybe the people that's put on your path or the people that you cross paths with, it ain't fucking worth your time anyway. That's when you become a powerful motherfucker. Do you hear me? When you are somebody that can learn to stand by yourself, you ain't interested in friends, you ain't interested in connecting with no motherfucking body, that makes you become very powerful. That's something I'm still working on. I ain't quite there yet, but I've been by myself for a little minute now. You see what I'm saying? And it's like the people that they send my way, like, shit may be cool for a couple days, but I always notice shit about people. And I'll be like, man, you know what, the hell with it. Fuck it. It is what it is. So let's get a couple more and we're going to look at these lessons. Let's see what lessons that you guys were supposed to learn. Tell us more. Messages for my Scorpios. Guilty. I saw this. I feel the pain and damage that I've caused. Okay, remember I said both of you guys have been reflecting, but this person often stays awake because they're haunted. They feel guilty. They feel guilty for the pain and damage that they caused because they're realizing their pride and ego, excuse me, got in the way of this connection. Had this person not been so prideful, had they not been full of ego, they would have been able to take accountability, been looking at themselves as they reflect and be like, you know what? It was my fault. I fucked up. I'm sure you guys did some shit as well. Ain't nobody perfect. But it was more of what this person did. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about y'all. I'm a person. It may take me a little time to reflect on some shit and be like, all right, I fucked up. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have came at you that way. But this person, shit, they'll know they was wrong and never say nothing. They act like shit. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, bitch. I ain't did nothing. All right, this is that type of person that I'm talking about here. And it's like while they've been reflecting, they're realizing they feel the pain. Why? Because they're possibly going through the same situation. They done got a dose of their own fucking medicine and they're feeling the pain. Somebody's doing them just like they did you. A lot of times that's what happened to people. When you're full of pride and ego, a lot of us, y'all, we couldn't teach these people these lessons. That's why karmics was put on their path. That's why I get into those karmic readings sometimes so that you guys will understand. A lot of us that are pure and have good intentions, you know what I'm saying? You can teach a person a lesson. The lesson we teach them is by pulling back our energy and not allowing ourselves to be accessible like we used to, okay? These different karmas are put on these people's path to teach them fucking lessons that we couldn't because we're pure. We still have good intentions. No matter what a motherfucker do to us, we still gonna wish them the best. Shit, these motherfucking karmas, baby, they don't give no fucks. They ain't wishing nobody the damn best. They out here for themselves, just like this person was out here for self, okay? Tell us more. What does Scorpio need to know? All right, moving. All right. So for some of you, maybe you shared a home with your partner, but some of y'all about to move the fuck out. For some of y'all, this could be a situation I'm talking about. Maybe you found your soulmate, you and this person had a great connection, but shit, people change once you move in. Or I did that reading, it was a little while ago. You never know a motherfucker till you move in with them. So if this could be a situation I'm talking about, maybe you share a home with this person. Maybe you moved in with them, they moved in with you, but somebody finna move the fuck out because they're realizing like this shit ain't gonna work. This situation's not gonna work between me and this person because they're full of pride and ego. No matter what you do, and the thing is, it shouldn't be on you to make shit right. If somebody do you wrong, they need to be shit. They need to be grown enough, woman enough, man enough to be like, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have did that. I didn't think about how that was gonna make you feel. I was mad at the time. But at the same time, you can't always use that fucking excuse that I was mad and I said this out of anger because that means your ass needs some damn anger management classes, okay? Let me go get my lessons card and see what lessons you and this person were supposed to learn. Alright, the video fucked around and clicked off. I supposed to push and pause and I fucked around and push stop. Okay, I just seen pride. So this is someone who was supposed to learn about letting their pride get in the way. I just saw that card. We're gonna see if it comes out. So what lessons were Scorpio and this person supposed to learn? During this time of separation, Holy Spirit, what lessons was this person supposed to learn and what lessons was Scorpio supposed to learn? I feel like both of you guys were supposed to be learning some very valuable lessons. I feel like you learned some, but shit, this motherfucker didn't. What were the lessons that Scorpio and this person were supposed to learn? All right, regret. All right, so I feel like being regretful about things, learning that you can't change the past, but that you can do better. You see what I'm saying? You don't always have to be in the energy of regret because we can't turn back the hands of time and rewind and go back. But what you can do is make changes moving forward. So this is someone who always stay in this energy of regret because they never knew how to move past their mistakes. They never knew how to apologize so that you guys can move forward. They just continuously stayed in this energy of feeling guilty and being regretful. But like, what can you do? What changes can you make? You see what I'm saying? You don't have to live in that energy of regret. You can make fucking changes here and do better next time here. But you can't be regretful. You can't feel guilty, but you keep making the same fucking mistakes over and over again. All right, tell us more. So they were supposed to learn how to get out of this energy of regret. Stop feeling guilty, but learn the lessons and know what changes you can make to do better next time. What lessons was Scorpio and this person supposed to learn? Patience. I feel like you were supposed to have learned patience. Scorpio, we can be the most impatient motherfucker. Zodiac in the sign, okay? I'll say that I am someone who is still learning patience, even though the universe done taught me valuable lessons when it came to patience. But some of you want shit to happen right then and there. You want this person to change. You want them to do this, and they need to do that. But some of y'all had to learn how to be patient with this person, just like they had to learn how to be patient with you. So this situation that I'm talking about for some of you, you could be someone who needs to learn patience and dealing with this particular person. It was going to take a little time for them to get it together, and you have to understand nothing was going to happen when you wanted to. Some of y'all, as I said, me too, y'all, you be wanting shit to happen when you wanted to, but you have to learn, baby, don't nothing happen on your fucking time, okay? Let's get one more. What was the lesson that Scorpio and this person was supposed to learn? All right, we have imagination. Okay, being able to embrace and nourish creative aspects of the mind. So, being able to nourish your mind, that means doing and making healthy choices here, being creative. Okay, if you're, you know, you can be creative in ways of apologizing and learning how to do new things, tapping into your intuition here, your crown chakra, having a deeper understanding of people, and also your purpose. For some of you, you connected with this person because they kind of were going to be the catalyst of you walking on your divine path. Okay, you facing your north node and you figuring out your purpose and what you were destined to do. Some of you guys have learned your purpose. You know exactly why you were put on this earth and what you're supposed to be doing. Others of you, this person struggles. They still have no clue why they were put here on earth and what the hell they're supposed to be doing here. Okay, so let's roll. Let's get the zodiac signs and let's see who this reading is about. So we got Capricorn, Virgo, Aries, Leo. Who is this reading about for my Scorpios? Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, Virgo, damn. Same sign. Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, Sag, and let's go one more. Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Sag. All right, you guys. I love you. And until next time, stay blessed.